it's Susan and Melissa back with another edition of our Tuesday New Books. Got a great selection of fiction and nonfiction for you today. First one, Susan Wittig Albert, The Darling Dahlias and the Red Hot Poker. The author of the popular China Bales mysteries brings a small southern town to life and vividly captures an era and culture. The Depression, segregation, class differences, the role of women in the South, and authentic period details. Her book fairly sizzles with the strength of the women of Darling. The Darling Dahlias and the Red Hot Poker. Dead Wind by Tessa Wiegert, a Shana Merchant novel. The body is discovered on Wolf Island under the shadow of an enormous wind turbine. Senior investigator Shana Merchant, arriving on the scene with fellow investigator Tim Wellington, can't shake the feeling that she knows the victim, and the subsequent identification sends shockwaves through their community in the Thousand Islands of upstate New York. Dead Wind. Fierce Poison, a Barker and Llewellyn novel by Will Thomas. London, 1893. Private Inquiry Agent Cyrus Barker has just about seen it all. He's been framed by notorious villains, targeted by assassins, grievously injured in a bombing, and in the worst possible attack, his dog was nearly killed, but never before has a potential client dropped dead in his office. Fierce Poison. Geiger, One Word Will Change Everything by Gustav Skordeman. They were the perfect family until a single word destroyed everything. Geiger. Anne Hillerman, The Sacred Bridge, a Leaphorn Chi and Manolito novel. An ancient mystery resurfaces with ramifications for the present day in this gripping chapter in the Leaphorn Chi and Manolito series from author Anne Hillerman. 5 Decembers by James Kestrel. James Kestrel evokes the Hawaii, the Hong Kong, and the Tokyo of the 1940s with an urgency, a vividness, a passion few of us have met before. Read this book for its palpitating story, its perfect emotional and physical detailing, most of all for the unforgettable conjuring of a steamy Quicksilver world that will be new to almost every reader. 5 Decembers. One Death Can Change Everything. Remarkable Bright Creatures, a novel by Shelby Van Pelt. This is the large print edition, a charming, witty, and compulsively readable exploration of friendship, reckoning, and hope that traces a widow's unlikely connection with a giant Pacific octopus. Rita Mae Brown, Thrill of the Hunt. It's the start of fox hunting season, and Sister is training a new generation of hounds in eager anticipation of opening hunt. But before they make it to that exciting day, several members of the hunt receive ominous videos in which they appear to be doing scandalously career-ending deeds. The videos are doctors, but does it matter? Thrill of the Hunt. Something Wilder, Christina Lauren. A charming, laugh-out-loud novel filled with adventure, treasure, and of course, love. Something Wilder. A new Dale Brown, Countdown to Midnight, a Nick Flynn novel. In this sequel to Dale Brown's Arctic Storm Rising, former U.S. Air Force officer Nick Flynn is caught up in a shadow war against allied Russia and Iran, a duo wielding a terrifying new weapon. Emma Straub, This Time Tomorrow, a novel. What if you could take a vacation to your past? On the eve of her 40th birthday, Alice's life isn't terrible. She likes her job, even if it's exactly the one she expected. She's happy with her apartment, her romantic status, and her independence, and adores her lifelong best friend, but something is missing. Her father, the single parent who raised her, is ailing and out of reach. How did they get here so fast? Did she take too much for granted along the way? Emma Straub. All right, this is a combo. The Last Summers of Newport, Beatrice Williams, Lauren Willig, and Karen White. A novel of money and secrets set among the famous summer mansions of Newport, Rhode Island, spanning over a century from the Gilded Age to the present day. Lost Summers.
First nonfiction book today we have is 21st Century Monetary Policies, the Federal Reserve from the Great Inflation to COVID-19. That's by Ben Espernacki. And we've got Stunning Watercolor Seascapes by Colby Bloom. Master the Art of Painting Oceans, Rivers, Lakes, and More This one's called Who Killed Jane Stanford? A Gilded Age Tale of Murder, Deceit, Spirits, and the Birth of a University from Richard White. Then we have The Trayvon Generation by Elizabeth Alexander. This one's called Riverman, An American Odyssey, and it's from Ben McGrath. The Life of Mark Twain, The Final Years, 1891 to 1910 by Gary Scharnhorst. Recessional, The Death of Free Speech and the Cost of a Free Lunch by David Mamet. Got this one called Playing With Myself from Randy Rainbow. Then there's The High Sierra, A Love Story from Kim Stanley Robinson. Because Our Fathers Lied from Craig McNamara, A Memoir of Truth and Family from Vietnam to Today. Got Bittersweet, How Sorrow and Longing Makes Us Whole from Susan Cain. And then finally we've got Knitted Wild Animal Friends from Louise Crowther. Over 40 knitting patterns for wild animal dolls, their clothes, and accessories.
That's fun. Thanks for joining us today, and if any of these take your fancy, please come by the library or get onto our library website, fairhopelibrary.org, and put them on hold. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.